What's up, legends? Benchmark Bets is back, and today I've locked in 3 NBA picks. So buckle up, I've done the homework, let's hit these and stack these wins. Before we jump into today's picks, let's do a quick recap on last month. Overall, we were down 3.79 units across 42 total bets. Honestly, if a few of those hooks went our way, we'd be up for the month, but that's betting. New month, clean slate. Let's make this a special one and get it back into the positives. So as always, I use PropsMadness, the best tool out there for player prop analysis. If you want to try it out for yourself, the link in the description below will give you a nice discount on your first purchase. Alrighty, let's get into the picks. So for the first pick, heading to the Jazz and the Pacers game, and I'm going with Lauri Markkanen over 26.5 points. So for the season, he's over this line in 21 out of 36 games, averaging 27.4 points from 19.5 field goal attempts. Deontay George is out for tonight, and when he's not in the lineup, Markkanen averages 34 minutes per game. So when Markkanen plays between 30 to 40 minutes, he's over this line in 17 out of 29 games, averaging 26.7 points from 18.9 field goal attempts. A bit lower on his field goal attempts, but that doesn't really matter here. So he scores 56% of his points in the paint, where the Pacers give up the third most amount of points. So when you also filter in the weak defenses for points in the paint allowed, he's over this line 100% of the time, averaging 33.1 points from 22.5 field goal attempts. He's also faced first the Pacers once this season already, where he scored 35 points from 19 field goal attempts. Loving the spot on Markkanen here today. Then for the second pick, heading to the Knicks and the Wizards game, and I'm going with Cat for over 15.5 rebounds and assists. So on the season, he's over this line in 20 out of 47 games, averaging 14.7 rebounds and assists. Not the best look, but it does get better. So Mitch Robb is out for this game, and when he's not playing, he has an uptick in his rebounds and assists, averaging 17.3, and is over this line in 8 out of 12 games. Also sees an uptick in his potential assists, up to 5.3, and his potential rebounds at 23.2. So for the season, the Wizards are giving up the most amount of rebounds and also the second most amount of assists. This looks like a very nice clean matchup for Cat here today, and I expect him to fill up the stat sheet. And then for the third and final pick, heading to the Hawks and the Heat game, and I'm going with Pelle Larsson for over 20.5 PRA. So for the season, he's only over this line in 17 out of 43 games, averaging 16.8 PRA. So Tyler Hero is out for this game, and when he's not playing, he's only over this line in 16 out of 32 games. But he does see an uptick in his PRA, where he averages 18.9. Also sees an uptick in his usage rate and also his field goal attempts. And also see an uptick in his assists and rebounds, which is very good. So he scores 64% of his points in the paint, where the Hawks give up the 9th most amount of points in the paint. So he's expected to play between 25 plus minutes here. So when he plays between 20 to 30 minutes, he's over this line in 13 out of 23 games, averaging 21.3 PRA. And then also when you filter in the weak defenses for points in the paint, he's over this line 100% of the time, averaging 26.8 PRA from 10 field goal attempts and 18.4% usage rate. I would just take the points here. However, they both play at a very fast pace, giving Pelle Larsson more opportunities to grab those assists and boards. And then so that's it for the main picks. Now let's look through some other players I'm liking as well. So heading to the Bulls and the Bucks game, and I'm going with Bobby Portis over 17.5 points. So as you can see, I got a few filters up already. Without Giannis and KPJ in the lineup, he's over this line in only 4 out of 9 games, averaging 15.3 points from a 23.4% usage rate and 13.4 field goal attempts. The main thing to look at here is his increase in his field goal attempts. He's averaging an extra 3 without them playing. So he loves to score 35% of his points in the paint, where the Bulls are giving up the 4th most amount of points, and also over the last 15 they have been pretty poor. So he also likes to score 26% of his points above the break, where the Bulls give up the 10th most amount of points. On top of that, he likes to score 50% of his points from catch and shoot plays, where the Bulls are giving up the 5th most amount of points too. So Bobby Portis over 17.5 is another play I'm liking. And then for the final play, heading to the Celtics and the Mavs game, and I'm going with Jaylen Brown for over 29.5 points. So for the season, he's over the line in 26 out of 45 games, averaging 29.4 points. So for the season, the Mavs are giving up the 5th most amount of points in the paint, where Brown scores 51% of his points. So when you add in a favourable matchup for points in the paint allowed, and also look at his expected minutes, where he should see at least 32 to 42 minutes here, he's over the line in 6 out of 11 games, averaging 27.6 points, which isn't the best, but I am expecting him to score 30 points because that's usually where he stops at, and then he gets to sit out. That's pretty much it for today's picks. If you're enjoying the content, drop a like, sub to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, good luck with your bets, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Laters.